Hello? Hello. KallaTheYapper, and I'm back with another video. And today I'm going to be debunking and criticizing a video made by this YouTuber, content creator, named Arukika. I'm not gonna lie, the majority of their content is by far the most nitpicky. Oh, we're going to pick and choose what we're going to frame to sit here and say woo are better just for the sake of it. Not even being honest with the comparisons or criticisms that they make. And some of these comparisons and criticisms that they make are shit that can be easily dismantled and proven wrong just by playing both games. And this video in particular, this is gonna be the first one I react to. I think there's like what, 2, 3? Shoot, I might react to every video this content creator ever pumps out just to criticize it, to show the BS in the framing of their videos. Because people just watch this type of videos and just eat it up without a second thought. Right? And you can tell the audience that watches it are people who don't play Genshin anymore, who thinks that Genshin hasn't quote unquote improved in certain aspects ever since 1.0. So that's the reason I'm making this video today. We're gonna call out the BS for what it is, and on top of that, I'm going to edit my reaction video to put in clips to show you just how bullshit this really is. So yeah, let's start the video. Hopefully my voice is being captured. Alright, this is the scene with the traveler training with Skirk. Keep in mind the title of the video and what they're presenting for Genshin Impact before we get to Wuthering Waves. Keep that in mind. Black screen moments when they fall flat and when they hit deep. You can already extrapolate what the point is that they're making. They're out here trying to, they're bringing up emotional scenes. Now, watch every scene they bring up with Genshin. You're going to notice a trend, how every scene is not even an emotional scene versus the scene they're about to bring with Wuthering Waves. Watch. Just follow along. You're going to see what I'm talking about. There was one. The first scene was a training scene. No emotion with that. Here's scene 2. A quick sparring scene because the character, this NPC, for context for those who don't play the game anymore, right? Don't keep up with it. Here's the context for y'all. This whole scene right here was the NPC wanted a 1v1 with the traveler because they know about the traveler's feats and how powerful they are, so he wanted to test his own skill against the traveler, right? Because the opportunity arise in front of him, and they wanted to, take the opportunity. The traveler waxes them in one slash. That's the moment, the scene. That's the context of the scene. There's nothing emotional about that. Let's continue. This scene, again, for those who don't know nothing about the scene, this context for this scene, for those who don't play Genshin, again, this scene is the traveler being confused about who Deirdre is and the existence of why they have a hibernation key, which belongs to the traveling twins of the game, because they have a spaceship. The traveler found this key in this cave, and they're wondering why is this here. That's when they eventually run into Deirdre. Right? They get to know Deirdre a little bit. Deirdre's going to sleep. The traveler is also about to go to sleep. And now the traveler is in the Night Kingdom. the third and final scene they use, I think this is the third and final scene they use for Genshin Impact. That scene was an emotional scene. And for context for why that is, because the traveler just met Deerdith, and they're just now realizing what happened to Deerdith 500 years ago. And how they are even able to interact with Deerdith 500 years ago, because the timeline of Genshin's world, time shenanigans were happening, and the timeline of the past was overlapping with the present. At the start of this quest, which, mind you, the context this person does not provide in the video whatsoever, right? Context. Before the ending of this quest, right, we found a Hilitroll, because anyone who knows about the Genshin's lore and played any of the main story stuff, you know that the people of Conria were turned into Hilitrolls for the sin that they committed. Right? That's what happened to them. Deerdith, at the start of the quest, we come across a Hilitroll in the cave, where the hibernation key was. When we get to the end of the quest, right in the midst of the quest, before we get to the end of it, we run into Deerdith, interact with her, all that stuff, and then at the end, where we're reaching the end point of the quest, the traveler gives, depending on the option you choose, because this is the moment in the story where you actually have a choice. In this moment in the story, you either can choose to give her the hibernation key, or you can keep it for yourself. If you choose to give it to her, it leaves your inventory and you hand it to her. Then the timeline will still play out the same way. 500 years pass, she turns into a Hilitroll in the midst of all that, and she still holds on to the hibernation key. Or option B, you don't give it to her, you keep it in your inventory, and Lumine, or the Abyss sibling, whoever you choose to end up being the Abyss sibling, they give their key to Deerdith, which then timeline still plays the same way, and it still repeats back to the same outcome of the hibernation key still existing, right? Despite the fact it shouldn't even be on the Hilitroll's person, but now we know why the Hilitroll has it, and we know that this Hilitroll is Deerdith. This is why this moment is sad, right? Because we know what happened to her. We know what her fate is. That's why this scene is sad. But for some reason, the content creator in question believes that this scene is not emotional enough, so they present their subjective opinion as fact versus it being no, this scene is emotional. Just like how this Wuwa scene about to be. So, let's continue. Let's read. Meanwhile, Wuwa actually knows how to use a black to create a touching moment. Really? As if I did not just see Genshin Impact do that same shit for the past 3 Archon quests. Really? Are we serious? Now I know someone's gonna be like, oh, you're such a Hoyo shill. Fuck all that, nigga. If you are blatantly lying just to sit here and say Withering Wave's better, you're a cornball. Simple as that. And people I'm calling your community, referring to Withering Waves as a game and its community of players as comparing waves, guess what? It's justified, because that's all y'all niggas do. I don't ever see any type of content outside of comparing to Genshin Impact or even like character builds. Other than that, y'all niggas don't make no type of content outside of that. Where's the theory lore videos at? Where's the fun gag videos of funny stuff? Where's all that stuff at? Can never find it. Right? Because this is all they do. So here we go, right here. The nigga is blatantly lying. But hey, you know, you gotta lie to make views, and then these niggas talk about there's no monetary incentive to lie about Genshin Impact to say the game is bad. Right? It's monetary incentive to say that the game is good. We know that's bullshit. You wanna know why that's bullshit? Peep game. I'm gonna show you right now why that's such bullshit. Peep it. Sorry if half the screen is covered, but that's because I got it in box mode right now. Let's see. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. You see the views on this? 38, 50K, 12K, 24K, 26K, 18K, 41K, 80K, 58K, 71K, 79K. Rinse and repeat. Yet niggas got the audacity to say, oh, there's no monetary incentive to say Genshin bad, Withering Wave's better. Really? Are we fucking serious? Yet niggas pumping out videos like this? Let's continue. Let's get on to the Withering Waves point. There's more I gotta say, but like, I want to wait till after the scene is over. And I just realized there's another implication that's being made by this video that's such bullshit, as I'm sitting here realizing. I guess I'll state the implication now. The implication that's also being made here is that Genshin Impact fails to make emotional moments. That's not true. Ever. That's not true. Either that, or there aren't any emotional moments that's ever made in Genshin Impact. It's one of those two implications, and it's such bullshit. Because I can name a handful of story quests I've played that were emotional, especially in context of what they were dealing with. Case in point, Dia's story quest. Dia's story quest had a lot of emotional weight on there. You know, because she had daddy issues. She finds out the truth about the man who she thought was her father, only to find out, oh, JK, the man that raised her wasn't even her father. The man who raised her was a man who found her as an infant in the desert, about to be buried by sand. He saves her and raises her as his own daughter. She doesn't even find out the truth that this man was her father until after he had already passed away and left a note behind. Are we going to deem that as not sad? Oh, here's another moment. And I played this as well. You can scroll back through my channel videos if you can find it. Or I'll make a playlist of it so you can see what I'm talking about. Faruzan, a 4-star character. She has a hangout event. You play around through her hangout event, you find out more about her and how sad it is to know that she was stuck, trapped in a dungeon cave for 100 years straight, while her family and friends wrote letters hoping that one day that she would come back. Right? And then when she does come back, she finds these letters and she reads them. And they're sad. All of it is sad. Her life is sad and tragic. To know that she missed her family and friends that she known about, even the Sumeru from 100 years ago, is not the same Sumeru that she lives in today. And that her family and friends are long gone. They're long dead while she's still alive. Somehow immortality was placed upon her. She doesn't even know how that happened. It just happened. Trapped in a cave, so much so that she lost, and not lost, she lost the ability to even speak properly because she ran out of space on the wall to write, to try to figure out the puzzle, that she had to use her brain and try to think of every combination to break the lock. Guess what? She comes out the cave 100 years later. People find her. She can't even speak. She can't even put words together. And I'm supposed to believe that Genshin Impact doesn't make any sad moments or sad characters with tragic stories, yet Withering Waves is the only one that does? Don't get me started on this whole black screen white text shit. I got some stuff to say about that. Let's continue. I'm not gonna hold you. Might speed this up because this scene is a little lengthy. Let's crank it up. About, because I played this quest. I know where everything's happened here. And don't get it twisted. This scene was a sad scene. Did I cry about it? Absolutely not. Did I understand? I did. Now, if you want my opinion about it personally about this quest, the rover should have came back and fulfilled their promise before they erased their memories, personally. But we don't know the context by why the rover chose to hurry up and erase their memories to restart themselves. They could have been in a hasty situation where they needed to do it now, which is why they never showed up to fulfill their promise. If that's the reason, okay, understandable. But if that's not the reason, the rover was absolutely a dickhead for not, coming back to like fulfill this promise they made to this person, right? It's an L move on the rover part, no doubt. But this doesn't excuse Frolova and the crimes she's committed. Also, people think that Frolova is dead. She's not dead. And honestly, she doesn't even deserve a happy ending, personally. All the crimes you've committed, you think you deserve a happy ending? Absolutely not. So, I am personally hoping that her little paradise she made gets destroyed. Because she doesn't deserve it. Yes, what happened to her people? What happened to her home? Was it unfair? Yes, it was. We don't even know why the meteorite fell from the sky in the first place and just struck. It could have just happened randomly. Or it could have been in someone's intentional, works to make that thing fall into her homeland. Right? But we just don't know. Still doesn't excuse what she does or what she did. Okay. This is the end of the video. There's some other things I want to say as well. This whole black screen white text shit, this whole conversation around it, it is so asinine when you sit here and think about it. You have niggas who sit here and say, I hate seeing black screen white text. They need to animate and show everything. Do more show, less tell, right? And I mainly see this from people who have now become bots of the WoW community. Not casual players, not people who truly enjoy the game. Just the bots. They the ones who say this shit the most. Right? They'll bitch about it when they see it in Genshin. They'll bitch about it when they see it in Star Rail. They'll bitch about it when they see it in Zenless. Right? Then, peep game. Withering Waves does it. Oh, well, at least it's not Hoyoverse that did it. It's our new god that we worship, Coral Games. You know how retarded that looks? You're gonna bitch about black screen white text in one game, but then you're gonna bitch about it, not gonna bitch about it in the same level when it's in another game, right? And before someone hit me with, well, they were using a lot of black screen white text in Star Rail. Guess what? As time passed since version 3.0 till now, they've used less and less black screen white text. What's your argument now? Okay then. Now, I know someone's gonna bring up Zenless 2.0. Valid, but guess what happened in 2.1? They stopped using such extreme amount of black screen white text and gave us the scene. Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact doesn't even use black screen and white text in abundance. They use it sparingly. And if somebody's going to sit here and try to tell me, oh, no, they don't. Yes, the fuck they do. If you play a Genshin Impact story quest, you're going to have a limited number of times that you can count on your finger of how many times black screen white text were used. I promise to own everything. I promise that on my soul, you will. Now, there's another thing too that this content creator made a video about, which is body poses that's reused in Genshin Impact. Right? I'm gonna make a reaction video about that. Might pump it out tomorrow or today. We'll see. This video, I am about to. I don't know if I want to edit this video and slap some scenes with black screen white text being used in Withering Waves so you can get the point I made, or not. Actually, I'm probably gonna do it. So probably in the next couple seconds, I'm about to do a transition, and you're gonna see what the fuck I'm talking about. All right? So it should be happening in any moment right now. 3, 2, 1, now.
Now is not the time to cling to existing balance, but to embrace the unknown. Seek change and carve out one's path, just as she once did.
She's still looking at the damn painting.
Glory in Decay. The Impressionist Pizzoli's latest piece. Didn't know you had such refined taste.
Oh, I don't, believe me. Ooh, I can't even tell what act I'm in. I just know I'm in it. Okay, kitchen. My bad. Do you know how long this quest is by any chance? It's like 3 hours long.
I've got some updates on the situation. The name of their leader, Talos.
I didn't even do this quest at all. I was too lazy. Okay, I feel that. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I'm already starting to see Doom posting. Granted, it's not really Doom posting. It's more like advertising. That Shifu is somehow going to be better than Miyabi. I am curious to know how that is. I may watch the video at the same time as I complete this quest.
That name should have died along with the Black Alley years ago.
You mentioned before that someone single-handedly wiped out the upper ranks of the Black Alley?
That'd be so crazy. Oh, I'm just, disguising myself as her. That chick is dead. That's wild, if that's the case. Oh, I was about to say, how she left this room? Not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the bed being right here. It's mad exposed. Cause like, if I'm choking the chicken, I don't want niggas coming through my room and just see me choking it. Like, come on now. Who designed this room? This is horrible. The bed should have been in the corner over here. Black screen, white text.
Words?
Oh,
Lines of them all around me.
nigga, what?
And music coming from above.
She here.
To merge and assimilate. So the source of that connection might very well be Leviathan's powers at work.
Yeah, could be. Isn't there one last place to go? Who knows what you'll need to cram into your tacit mark next?
Is that KallaTheYapper?
Sailors cheer as hearts ignite. Soon, the Cloudcaster. Oh, I use its base as a desk. Our first mate lent it to me so I could write more comfortably. Here it is. Careful, it's heavy.
Good. We have all the parts now. Time to work, Pero. Everything's set for takeoff.
So, as you can see with the examples I've given, Wuthering Waves use just as much black screen white text as Genshin does. In the case of, they use it sparingly. And they use it, especially in moments where they know they could have just animated it, but they instead chose to give black screen white text. Some of these black screen white text I showed in Wuwa were from the most recent quests that happened over the course of the last 2 months. Some of them are from character story quests that are old and new. So someone who's a coral bot who loves to glaze Wuthering Waves like it's God's gift to the world, please explain to me why it's acceptable for Wuthering Waves to get away with having black screen and white text in their game and use it knowing damn well they can just animate the scene. But they chose to just use black screen white text. Is this not the same level of laziness that you deem Genshin for being, right? Oh, the Genshin devs are lazy because they didn't animate the scene. Instead, they gave black screen white text. Is this not the same level of laziness? Mind you, this is another billion-dollar company that's doing the exact same thing you criticize Genshin for and Hoyoverse for. So tell me, make it make sense. Because I promise you, there's no argument you can give for why it's acceptable for Wuthering Waves to do it. There isn't. The same thing goes with if they use the same stock animation for body poses. So, tell me. I would love to know. Make sure to like and sub. Peace.